Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday, wherever you are at. This is another episode of the Get Naked Show with Dr. Auda. Yes, today I have my dear Tristan with me, nice and early. We're both recovering from a tough night, but we're going to have this naked chat. And if you're there watching, and if you know this man or want to know him, please post your questions below and I will ask. This is Naked Talk, so you can ask whatever you want. Let's just get raw and real and break this Friday in the best way we can. And in Naked Style, we will let our guest introduce himself for those of you that don't know him. And he can say whatever he wants about himself and tell us a little bit that we do not know yet. So, good morning, Tristan. Thank you for being here. Can you introduce yourself for the guest?
I think I'm an open book, so I think everything's out there. But yeah, it's Tristan. I'm the sushi guy. Everyone knows me from Cairo Sushi in this world. In another world, everyone knew me as a software guy and building businesses. In another world before that, I was a rock star in the making until I fucked that up. And that was over a woman, of course. So yeah, so I'm in my third iteration of Tristan, and I think the fourth one's coming soon, and I'm excited to see where that is. But right now, I'm presently in the sushi world, and we're having fun. We've got summer camp coming up, and me and you are both hungover, so this will be a fun conversation.
I know. I have to say, I had.
And we're not hungover together, guys. So just I'm in Indiana, she's in Miami.
Yeah, different cities, and yeah, I'm hungover. I didn't even drink that much. I just had been clean for so long, and my girlfriends came over, and we broke a nice bottle of wine, and yeah, I'm feeling it. And so, if you have any tips for that, please post them below because I will get to it as soon as I'm done.
Well, here's a really great tip for that: don't stop.
Really? No, do you know what? Yeah, it was just 2 bottles of wine between 3 girlfriends, and it wasn't that much. My body was like, no, we're not gonna do this, and yeah, it's fine.
Chiropractic's known for some very legendary, serious, hardcore. They can go all night, and they're up. I mean, there's people.
Uh-oh, he got frozen. Or did I get frozen? Hello. Good morning. Hello. Uh-oh. Tristan, are you there? Oh no, he is gone. Am I still live? All right. Something happened. He's coming back. Oh, be live. Are you there? What happened? Hello? Tristan, are you there? What's happening? Everybody! If you can hear us, let us know, because I'm not sure if I'm talking to myself or not. He was just telling us how chiropractors can drink. And oh, you're there.
Hi, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. What happened? You went away.
I don't know.
Be Live tends to suck sometimes. Hello. What's happening? Can you hear us? Hello. I don't know what's happening.
I'm here.
Oh, you can hear us? You're getting frozen like every second. I wonder what's happening.
It's Be Live. Be Live sucks.
Be Live do suck. I know. Yeah. And I already paid it for a whole year. So that's why I asked you, should I do? And I said, Tristan would know. Should we do Be Live or should we do Facebook Live? Because this.
Well, yeah. Am I frozen now?
No, you're not frozen. Okay. Hi, everyone. We're here. Now you can hear us. Thank you.
So the key to hangovers is not stop. That's my goal, my trick.
You know what? I don't know about that, but yeah, if I wouldn't have stopped, probably I wouldn't be here. I would be somewhere, but not here. Anyhow, but it's great to have you, and I know a lot of people know you as the marketing guy. So as marketing questions, because we all chiropractors have marketing wrong, I feel, and we needed like more classes in school to teach us what it is that we're going to do, business model kind of thing. And I know you're doing that for us. You're trying to get us to be more business-like so we can make a bigger impact. Am I right? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it really comes down to, I don't know if necessarily chiropractors are doing there's a lot of really great marketers in chiropractic and a lot of great chiropractors that are marketers. I think that the idea of becoming a trusted advisor and the idea of being a credible source to your community is a much longer path sometimes for others. Now, we do have a program called the $1 Billion Mission that everyone's blowing up, and that's built by a guy, not me, but a guy that I admire named Trey Llewellyn, that can accelerate that and get you to be a bigger impact in your community faster. But the long game is hard for people, right? The long game, we're usually hit it and quit it type of profession where I go a month or two and try something, it's not working. But if you really play the long game and play high quality content and play trusted advisor, and you have a much better track record down the lifetime value road. But in today's profession, it's about I need instant patients now. And so there's some stupid crap out there like the discount offers and all this shit that just, I was drinking last night with a guy who I met at the bar. We're watching the game, and he gave me some really great feedback because he literally was talking to the bartender about seeing a chiropractor. So, of course, I'm like, I can't get the hell away from it. I'm just trying to have a night alone watching the game. But I'm like, of course, tell me about your chiropractic experience. And he just dumped on me. And everything he shared in his drunkenness, the truth came out. And here's what he said. I really wish you guys were available more. And this is something Trey Llewellyn just said in the $1 Billion Mission Club. He says, you're doing a disservice to your community by not being open and available more. And, some of the chiropractors in that group read that as, well, you got to work more. No, the vision is you got to scale better. And that means hiring associates and being able to serve your community. Because the patients are going, here's what they're thinking. This is what came out of him. I work 5 to 6 days a week. Why the hell aren't you working 5 to 6 days a week? Most of our people are blue collar, hurting themselves in injuries on job stuff, right? And they're thinking you guys are a bunch of pansies, right? So there's a respect thing. And then the second thing was, he said it was all about, he went to one person the first time, and I'll say the first time person sounded very much like they go to Atlanta a lot and do some money hums, wink, wink, because it was just here, come in the office, get on the table, let me turn the power on, $40. I'm going to put you on a payment plan. No communication, no teaching them about what's going on. So he went to someone else who did x-rays, who said, this is A, B, and C, what we're going to do, did A, B, and C, and communicated when they did A, B, and C. So the biggest thing that came out of him was it's communication. And so the third thing was, I would love to tell more people about what it is that I'm getting from chiropractic, but they don't tell me how to do that. And so the third thing that comes to the marketing is, it's right there in your patients, the referrals. I grew up in a family that people brought in patients to see my dad. They would walk them in, sit down and say, I brought my friend this week, Dr. Schaub. Okay, cool. And I think we got to get back to that, more roots and organic. And this is coming from a guy who loves Facebook ads and Google ads and all that great shit. But at the root and heart of it, it's up to you to educate your patients and nurture them to become the real marketing lead gen that you need. We didn't have Facebook 30, 40 years ago. And funny enough, practices grew, right?
Mm-hmm. The word of mouth. I think what you're saying definitely is just working on your relationships, man, building relationships and just getting people to trust you, building that trust in your community. So
I'll say this, you and everyone else out there that's not on the $1 Billion Mission, you're going to be dead to me soon. So that being said, if you want to get to $1 million practice faster, $1BillionDollarMission.com, $BillionDollarMission.com. Work with my man Trey Llewellyn, and
He's
on and
right
racing.
here, guys. So we're going to hear lots of websites here. So guys, hang on. And if you look who's here. Oh, that is so
Buddy.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was actually going to name him PM for Magnet.
Oh my God, it's so true. Nothing like a puppy.
Yeah.
That's a good marketing right there. Hey, marketing at its best. For those people watching us, thank you for tuning in. Please post questions if you will. Hi, Billy. Hi, Ruben. Hi, David. Hi, everyone that is watching us. And post questions if you have any questions about anything, because this is the Naked Show. We're not only going to talk about marketing and about what we're not doing right, which I agree. I feel my patients think that I should be open way more. So that hit home for me. So maybe it's time for me to get my stuff together and be more available for my community. So thank you for that reminder. Okay, so
what's holding you back from being open more? It's your time, one.
Yeah.
Your time. But what you would need to do is just get someone else in there.
Exactly.
And then the problem is what happens in your head is, how am I going to pay for them? How am I going to feed them?
Yes.
and that's where $1 Billion Mission comes in.
That's exactly it. You just went in my head. And if you can go in there and remove the headache, will be wonderful too. But yeah, that was exactly what went through my head. I love this because I ask questions that I want to know. So what do you think, this is something I've always asked, what do you think is what keeps us stuck and not making that step, besides fear, besides what is it that keeps us, most chiropractors or entrepreneurs or whatever, because you not only deal with chiropractors, that keeps us stuck not taking that action step that is going to take us to fly with it?
I think that thinking too much. I think that intellectualism is, here's the funny thing about the chiropractic entrepreneur. They're so in touch with innate, but they also get so deep into intellectualism, and there's conflict there, right? Innate intellectualism, wisdom versus thinking is completely different. Your thoughts create your reality, yes, but it's intellectual wisdom. It's the innate that actually has all the answers. So, I think that leads to indecisiveness. And so people become frozen in making decisions. I have so many conversations right now where people go, I see what you're doing. I see what you guys are doing. Holy crap. You're working with a guy named Trey Llewellyn who's built $30 million empires. We've never had this in chiropractic. I see that this could work for me. But here comes the thinking. Now I'm going to talk myself out of it. So I don't think it's so much fear. I think it's overthinking and trying to overanalyze, and you can analyze yourself to death. One of the things that blew up Cairo Sushi so much was the fact that I committed to a hotel for 2 years with a crap load on the line and said I had to get it done. And so I had to be decisive really quick in everyday decisions. And so that made it almost like kind of stupid easy, and I think that there's the reality of the situation for most chiropractic entrepreneurs is they are not, it's not that they're afraid to take risks. They've taken risk, and then they are always doing comparing and contrasting about those risks before. It's kind of like as we get into relationships, right? We're comparing the last relationship with the next relationship.
Hopefully you're bringing the last relationship into this relationship, because that's too much of a threesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. When it comes to bringing,
not with other dudes though.
Yeah, bringing the crap, just bring the good. Don't bring the crap from the last relationship. I love what you're saying. And somebody was, Billy, by the way, yes, he's asking me if I'm going to be at summer camp. And probably I will be there. So I will see you, Billy. Thanks for tuning in. David is asking if you are saying that we need to have more of a retail approach and less a doctor approach. What do you say?
No, I think the chiropractor still needs to be a doctor. And I think I get what he's asking there. So I'll say from a standpoint of not retail, I would say it's really, I would look more of it like a lawyer, like professional service people. And that's what we're doing in Black Diamond Club, is helping you be better professional service providers. And so I think that the chiropractors stuck in a lot of chiropractors are stuck in this, I don't want to be the allopathic doctor. But let me tell you something about the allopathic doctor, having not only been partnered with one, but been very, was very close intimately and also professionally owning a med spa and an OBGYN practice. When the MD says do it, their patients do it because they have that cultural authority and trusted advisor. They have that built in. And so I think that we have to get to that point. And to get to that point, you have to have trust and credibility. So I don't think it's more being a retail. I think it's more owning your expertise and owning your space. And that's it. That's what I would say. I'm hungover.
Oh, yeah. So let me ask you, I was listening to what you said you have been doing, and all the hats you have worn. Just naked question that just came into my mind. What is your favorite? What would you say your passion or purpose is right now?
To help people make money.
Okay.
That's always, I've, one thing that, and I've made money and I've been in situations where I didn't make money, where the other person made money. I'm happy. I love helping people grow. I love helping people become more successful. I love helping people bridge to the next level where they can be financially and professionally in their career. So, I mean, you know that from us behind the scenes, where it's like, I can't, if we even we're just in a party or fun situation, I can't stop thinking about, well, you could try this, you could do this. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like a puzzle builder, right? Or like, but my passion is to help other people be uber successful. And that's, one of the things when I first heard Sean at the Berkshires, when we launched Cairo Sushi, it was the three amigos. It was me, my dad, and another gentleman named Dan Golden. The conundrum that we had was it really just became me, because my dad was super busy with his practice, and Dan was in a kind of a situation where technology was passing him by and he couldn't keep up. And that's just the raw, honest truth. But great individual. But I was taking everything on, and I said, I need someone that can be the face of this. And it led me to Ryan Bones. But Ryan, hindsight, was building his practice first year out, and it wasn't really fair to him. When I heard Sean at Berkshires, it was after the fact, and I go, fuck, that was it. That was my Jim Parker. That guy can deliver a sermon. He gets it. There's something there. And then I tried to talk to him at the bar, and I go, this fucker's not even looking at me in the eyes when I talk to him. Fuck this guy. But then I met Lacey, and I'm like, well, Lacey's awesome. Which I think this is what happens when most people meet Sean. They go, is that guy a dick? And he's not. He's not. He's not. And then I realized I do that to people too. And I'm like, oh. But I was at the moment going, what is up with this guy? And then I meet Lacey. I'm like, well, she's badass. He's got to be, awesome, and then later on that weekend, I'm like, oh, he's totally awesome. He's super cool, especially if you get him a couple old fashions and start getting him to turn into a prankster. He's the best prankster. So
it's kind of a vibe, right? But then when you get to know him, you're like, dude.
But I see a relationship.
So cool together. They are.
Sean wrote in his book, there's a message in the end of the None of Your Business book. And thank you to Tristan for putting, we have a joke behind the scenes about the WWE, and, someone has to wear the belt. Someone has to be the champ. Not everyone can be the champ. And this is another problem in the profession, is we don't identify who the real leaders are, because everyone's trying to be a leader. It's okay. I never wanted to be a face of something. I don't have that ego in me. If I could be behind the scenes like Stedman to an Oprah, that's my dream. I don't really, so I look at Sean as my Oprah.
All right. Yes. Well, this is getting interesting. Sean, you're the Stedman to the Oprah.
I want to be the Jared, or in Cardone, Jared to Cardone or something.
That's right.
Because what he's got, instant credibility. 16 chiropractic clinics that are doing upper cervical, that 8 times out of 10 they're not even adjusting. there's something going on there. There's something, they're proving something. And yeah, the guy Lacey and Sean get chiropractic better than anyone I've ever met. I thought I knew chiropractic growing up, chiro kid. Everyone out there thinks they get chiropractic, and I'm just going to put it on the line and say, you guys don't get chiropractic like Sean does and Lacey does. I'm sorry. It's just the reality. And I can prove that because it's in the green books, because they follow the green books. So, yeah, where were we at?
Yeah, we were. I was asking you what.
Yeah, what I love. So I bridged that to Sean because I said that is someone I would love. I immediately was like, I want to get on part of the rocket ship, and I want to be a part of that and help build that.
Yeah, and now you have summer camp coming up. I got to sit with, actually at Lyceum, I got to sit with Sean. I was like, oh, so what's up with the speakers you're bringing down? And we had a little chat about it. And I see his point of view and his vision, which is great, which is just to bridge chiropractic out into the business world, right?
Yeah, and more importantly, that bridges the business world into the chiropractic world in the long run. And so, I mean, to me, someone who's not coming to, I'll say this, and I've been saying this for a while. We have someone who is literally a telephone away from the President of the United States to close out summer camp. Now, people might not like him for his politics. Mm-hmm. People might not like him for his, interesting enough, he's one of the most LGBT-friendly people out there. He's an amazing human being, but Roger Stone is a polarizing figure. We have so many people that go and listen to C-rate, D-rate level people that are speaking about anti-vaccines, and guess what? We're losing the fucking battle, right? And I've been saying this forever. The battle's being lost. Well, you can't say that. No, it's being lost. How do you? Let's show look at what happened in New York State. Look what happened in New York State. But you know what? Let's keep going to the people that are like documentary filmmakers. And look, this is where it comes back. Who should wear the belt? Well, I would tell you, I would look at Roger Stone and ask I would be coming to Miami. My purpose and vision was to save the planet, then I'm getting my ass to Miami, and I'm going to ask the man that put Donald fucking Trump in the White House and say, Mr. Roger Stone, what would you do to help save the world from vaccines? Because I'd be very curious to hear what his answer is going to be. And I'll tell you what I believe his answer is going to be is also going to piss that room off, because they're going to go, we can't do that. We can't attack like that. We can't do, because chiropractors are about love. When Roger Stone says hate is a stronger motivator than love, chiropractors freak out because it's all about love. You're not seeing the bigger picture. What is he saying? Hate is a stronger motivator than love. Not that love is more powerful than hate, or hate is better than love.
Exactly. Yeah.
But hate is a stronger motivator. And so he understands strategy. This is what this conference is all about. Strategy. How? Okay, we have the why. How many times do a chiropractor have to go to a seminar to hear how great the fucking adjustment is? If you don't know by the time you get out of school, then you're lost, But I know you don't know how. And that's what this event's about at summer camp. And I think people are shooting themselves in the face if they're not going to be there, literally.
Well, so there is an invite, people. If you're watching, thank you for watching and commenting below. Yes, summer camp is going to be right here in my backyard in Miami, Florida, and is June
28th and 29th.
There we go. 28 and 29, only Friday and Saturday?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Sunday we're gonna go out to the what was that? Where was that across from me? The Key Biscayne.
Oh, nice. Yeah. What are you guys gonna do in Key Biscayne?
We're gonna get on a boat, and we're gonna be on a motherfucking boat.
Oh my God! Did you guys rented a boat? Okay, I'm in.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure that will bring some people to the yard.
Exactly, guys. Come on the boat. I'm going to be there for sure. So take me a spot. I don't occupy that much space. This has been fun. I love talking to you about all kinds of marketing and picking your brain, even when you are under the influence, because you just get even more wild. And I love your stories and ideas. Just a question that just pops up. If we're trying something new marketing wise, just because this has been a topic, and I don't know if you're not frozen. Okay. When do we know that is when should we quit, if anything? When do we know that something is not working and it's time to move on to the next big idea?
You got to know what your intent is. And I look at 4 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I got 4 fingers left. So there's 4 things you need to know. So like when you know the phrase, you got to be warm with the bone, right? You ever hear that? You got to be, what is that really? You got to be present with your patient, know what your intent of every delivery, right? Of your adjustment and non-adjustment, I would say, right? So one is I need to know what my intent is first. So before I go and say and do anything, is this a branding? Is this list building? Is this conversion marketing? So if I'm doing Google Ads, I'm going to say it's conversion marketing. So what metric is the qualifying metric that I'm looking at? Conversions. If I'm doing branding, that's like plastic surgeons are great at this. How many times was my face seen? So if I say, I want my face seen on 1,000 screens a day, that's my qualifying metric. Then as long as my face is seen in a branding element 1,000 times a day, then I just keep going with that, or I increase it. If it's list building, my metric is I want to grow my email list by 1,000 in the next month. Well, then that's my qualifying metric. So you need to know what your intent is, and from that intent, the qualifying metric that you're analyzing. Then you'll know yay or nay. The other thing is, let's look at Google AdWords, because this is one of my favorite topics, is because I was a beta tester for Google AdWords back in the early 2000s. So that was kind of my first digital internet marketing, and that's one of the things I'm known for. If I'm doing Google AdWords, when you look at Google Trends for chiropractic searches, you would think it's just this one. It's got to be the same pretty much every day. Everyone's looking for a chiropractor every day, right? It's not. So if you look at Miami, Florida for chiropractor, how many people are searching for a chiropractor? It goes like this, like April, March, April, June, July, August, September. There's times where there's nobody looking for a chiropractor. There's times where everybody's looking for a chiropractor. Weird, right? But that's the way that patterns are. And so people get into Google AdWords, say they get in at a hot moment, and they're like, wow, I'm just crushing it with Google AdWords. And then 2 months goes by, and they're like, well, what happened? And they think it's the ad copy, and they think it's the budgeting. No, it's really the root. It's the root of the searches. And so it's a long game again, right? It's like I talked about before. So a lot of people, again, we got to stop hitting and quitting it. You got to be committed. If you're committed to doing Facebook advertising and you're working with someone, that's a year commitment at least. If you're doing Google AdWords, that's a year commitment. So to answer your question, you got to know what your intent is. You got to know what your qualifying metric is. And you mostly have to be committed before quitting. Kind of like a relationship.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there today.
I'm just saying like a relationship for anyone out there.
Yeah, it's so true. You gotta commit. You gotta know why you want to do it first. I
what my favorite thing?
Intention.
My favorite comparison of Facebook versus Google is this. Facebook is like the bar, so you got to go in. You got to show off a little bit. You got to become the dude in the bar that, you're getting the looks, you're getting the eyes, something's brewing, but you got to keep building that. You could go, this is the discount offer. The discount offer is I'm going up to every lady in the bar going, will you go home and sleep with me? No. Will you go home and sleep with me? No. Will you go home and sleep with me? And they're like, yeah, okay, awesome, I scored. And then you get back and you go, that sucked. Well, that was because it wasn't a good fit, right? We didn't build that rapport and build that, what did one of my exes say to me was that Latino fire, right? Soy Guerrera. You didn't build that, but
you didn't build value. Let's just say there was
value. It's like going to the strip club. Like Chris Rock said, there's no sex in the champagne room. There really is. But Google AdWords is where you go and you say it's the closest thing to paying for a lead as possible. So those are my ways of looking at Google versus Facebook.
So you would think Facebook is better.
I think long-term building results, yes. But if I need instant, well, in my world, anything's good. So, I mean, I would say you got to know your goal and your intent. I'm
now
okay.
that you just said that, my head just went all kinds of places, and it wasn't in Google.
Well, here's what happened to me recently, or I decided, and I'm going to share this with the world. I'm coming out.
Love it.
I believe prostitution should be legal. I believe it would save the planet. I believe that part of the reason kids are shooting up schools is and all this stuff is their parents are miserable in their sex lives, and it's raining down to the children. And so we're all fucked up because no one's getting laid.
Oh my God. Okay, naked people, we're losing our viewers. Please bear with us here. Now that you're getting naked style, I had an idea for a business that I maybe should tell you online. I feel there should be like an escort service for women, not to provide sex, but to provide men that are willing to do all the stuff that other men are not, right?
So sit there and listen?
What?
Sit there and listen. They're being paid to listen?
They're going to be paid to do all this stuff. Like, they're going to drive, cook, fix stuff around the house.
Sit there and go, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Business. You're right. Women will pay high money for this. They got to be decent guys. They got to be smart to keep a conversation going, and they can be pigs, right? So this is the opposite of prostitution, but it is in the same business model. So, and I feel there is a business there. So
you got to check out seekingarrangements.com.
I haven't checked it out. You see, I haven't done my.
There's gigolos on there. Did you know that my tattoo? What my tattoo said? Country gigolo.
Oh yeah. Did you do that?
In my early 20s, my goal was to be. Now there's a movie called Midnight Cowboy with John Voight in the 70s, and he was a country guy who went to the city and was a gigolo. My theory was I would be the city guy that goes to the country and sleeps with women that were needing, older women, and that was my thing. That was my jam, and that's how my jam became older women. And yeah.
All right, this has been fun.
Very fun fact. I won't tell you where it is, but people, if they can find it, I am on an episode of Cheaters. You can find it out there.
Oh my God! Were you being cheated on, or you?
No, I was the young man that the woman was with, and I became friends with the husband after, because she told me, and this is how brutal women are. She told me that he was so awful to her and beat her and did all this stuff. Came out she was lying, and so.
Yeah. But that goes both ways, right? You build another person to just justify your behaviors. This is normal. It's a justification process that you build it up. The same way in relationships, right? We build up the other person as the good or bad guy or whatever, because that's what's going to help us heal. That's what's going to help us cope. Or that's, you do whatever you got to do. And then you build up all the stories. And before you know it, you believe the freaking story you build up in your head. Because, we were talking, our thoughts become your reality. And that's what's going to develop. And you lie to yourself.
I used to teach men in a group setting. And I would say it's like the Twilight Zone on steroids up there. Right? Like, if you believe, think about every thought that comes in your head every day that you let out, and then think about the thoughts that you capture and you keep holding on to, and you're like, what happens if you just let that go too? Right?
Yeah. I was just interviewing a very interesting person, and he goes, if we don't have to learn so much anymore, we just gotta let go of. We gotta unlearn. We gotta unlearn and just unlearn. You gotta start unlearning, and then choose and pick the good stuff or the stuff that is going to serve you now, and run with that instead of adding more to the pile and then becoming frozen because you got so much, then you don't know. You get in your head, just like we were talking about, and you're like, should I do this? Should I not? And then you don't do anything. And then doing nothing just keeps you stuck in the same place. I love that. Obviously, I coach with Get Naked clients, and most people have the answers. The answers are inside. They just don't.
I heard you say that the other day. I was like, yep.
That's it. The answers are, they're not. I mean, people contact me and they're like, what should I do? And then I ask them, so what do you think you should do? You know what I mean? What do you think you should do? What is good for you? And the answers always come. You just got to be a little patient. People just want everything so quick. They don't want to sit down with their feelings or sit down with their thoughts or clean up their thoughts, because Get Naked is about stripping down the layers, people. So if you have too many layers on, it's time to get naked. Come to Miami, come to summer camp, and get naked, because it will do your mind, body, and soul very, very good.
This guy just wrote, David Pescott, lawyers aren't open 7 days a week. That's not true. If you have a retainer with your lawyer, that's part of the reason lawyers get paid badass money. And I've been there. We've all been there. Have you ever called your lawyer on a Sunday night at 10 p.m.? I have, and they answer. When you have a good retainer, they answer. So that's a different service though too. But I'm gonna tell you something. Lawyers, the good ones, make themselves available. Oh, and they charge for it.
Exactly. It's all about value, right? But I do believe, I know he was talking about us opening more hours, and I'm with you, David. I'm with you, honey. I know I have to get a second person to do all the hours that I could be open in my office to provide a better service, because a lot of people complain that I'm only there 3 days a week.
I think it's fine that you're there 3 days a week, but that doesn't mean you can't have someone in there that's doing the other 4 days, or 2 other people. There's so many chiropractic students coming out, and they need mentorship and they need systems. They need mentorship and they need systems, and that's what you provide. You're not providing a career. You're providing systems and mentorship so that they can move on and you keep the system going. But and here's the reality. Look, if I was open on the weekends, yeah, maybe I'm not getting Dr. Tovar, but I'm getting someone that's in Dr. Tovar's system.
Exactly. And right, exactly. You're not getting, but so I'm going to put it out there. If you're a student or somebody, you want to come to Miami and you want to be in my office, please contact me, message me, because I'm an action taker and I love this idea. So let's put it out there, and who knows? Maybe. And if you like this information, please share away so other people can hear this amazing naked talk that we just had. And now we're going to close the show in a new way that I just thought about this morning. And we're going to call it Fireside. I cannot even say that word. I need to make it. Just naked. Yeah, naked chat, just to end. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions, probably just a few, because we don't have that much time. And you're just going to answer as fast as you can, just to let us know a little bit more about Tristan and get a little more naked with our audience. Shall we?
Yep.
All right. Okay, mister, what is your dream place to live?
Malibu.
Malibu. The best vacation you ever had?
Big Sur, Ventana.
Ooh, what? Okay. Your biggest regret?
Anna Hoffman.
Best lesson in life?
Anna Hoffman.
Favorite color?
Baby blue.
Aww. Favorite food?
It would be steak.
Favorite drug?
Ecstasy.
Okay, what's your favorite book, mister?
Choose Yourself by James Altucher.
Ooh, look at that. Do you have a favorite quote?
Favorite quote? God, that one just stopped me there. I have so many favorite quotes, but I think it's Tupac. I woke up saying, fuck the world.
Oh, and the last one. What would you want to say on your eulogy about you?
Great dick.
Oh my God.
But better at oral.
So Tristan wants to be known for his qualities in the bedroom. There we go, people. It's not about making money or marketing. It all comes down to that.
There's only 3 things people care about: getting paid, getting laid, and losing weight. Remember that.
Getting paid, getting laid, and losing weight. Well, I can help you on a couple of those. But besides that, kidding. I'm kidding. This has been, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been great. Thank you, Tristan, for playing full out with us. And share away, like, comment, keep posting questions because we'll get to you eventually. And if you know anybody else that really wants to play Naked Out, post them below and I would be willing to interview them as well for my podcast and my show. I'm always looking for fresh material, fresh minds, passionate people that want to share their hearts to help others live their best. So thank you so much. You guys have yourself an awesome Friday. Thank you, Tristan. Any parting words you want to say before we go?
Get to summer camp, and if you want to become $1 million practice, join the 1,000 chiropractors within the next year that will be joining us at billiondollarmission.com, billiondollarmission.com.
Awesome. So I'll see you at summer camp, mister. This was fun. You go ahead and say hi to Lacey. Love and appreciate you. Ciao. I'm going to make you breakfast.